Okay, as part of the like Disney series, I'm going to show you how Kevin and I are packing for our trip this year. It will be different this time because we don't have any kids going, so we don't have to worry about kids' clothes and stuff like that. One thing that to note right off the bat is you won't see any swimsuits or swim pants. We choose to not swim on our Disney trips just because they have wonderful pools, but we are paying all that money, so we want to be in the park where the action is. We don't want to lay next to the pool, so you're not going to see any of that. But we also decided this time, this is the first time we've decided to take do all carry-on and not check our luggage. The reason is because they charge $25 a bag to check luggage. So normally we spend $50 to do that. So this time we're avoiding that. You are allowed to have a bag, and you need to check with the airline. Kevin might know the inches, I'm not sure. Check the airline and see what size bag you can have, and then you can have a purse or a backpack. And so Kevin and I are both, we have a carry-on bag, a piece of luggage, and we will both have a backpack. So I'm just going to show you what I'm taking. It's nothing new or exciting that, I mean, I'm sure everyone packs this way, but I'm just going to show you for me. I take a pair of flip-flops because I don't like my feet to touch the floor in the hotel room. That's personal preference. And then I'm taking a pair of pants to sleep in and a night shirt. I call them night clothes. Original. And then I'm taking a sports bra and a regular bra, and I'm taking enough panties for the week. Also taking enough shirts for the week. Like I said, nothing really exciting here. And then I'm taking enough shorts for the week. Also socks. Actually, as far as panties go, I'm taking an extra pair just in case. You never know. Not if you're on a ride, you get wet. I'm taking more shorts than I need to because sometimes if you're on a ride and you get wet, then you need to change. This is a garbage bag. This is for our dirty clothes. We don't take anything special, and that can be rolled right up and put in the side. My medications will go in here. Always put your medication with you. Don't ever, if you're going to check your luggage, don't ever put it with that because you might not get it until hours past the time that you need your medication. We are taking ponchos because the weather can be unpredictable at Disney. I would recommend having a weather app on your phone and setting Orlando, wherever you're going to be, look at the weather. If there is a 50% chance or greater of rain, take one with you. I will be rocking the fanny pack, and it's not pretty, but it's very, very practical. I will keep wet wipes, lens cleaner, gum. I have breath spray. I will take Kool-Aid packets. I have in here right now, I have a little snack baggie. That is to put my medicine in when we leave the hotel room for the park. We leave for the day. We don't come back to the hotel room. So I take 8 of these a day, 2 at a time. So I will put 8 in this bag and put it in my fanny pack. That way I have them with me, and I can also look really quickly and see if I've missed a dose or not, depending on how many pills are left in that bag. So I always take those. I've never had anything said to me about that. Also in the fanny pack, what do I normally take? I take my cards, my debit card, take my driver's license, my phone I don't have in here yet. Yes, that's very important. I'll have my phone. which I'm looking around for it. Kevin is filming me with it currently. I'll take my phone. If I think of anything else, I'll let you know, but that's about it. I always like wet wipes though, because I always like to clean the table off, and I can be anal about that, but it works. So, back to the bag. I'll take Q-tips and cotton balls and my hairbrush. I will take an extra set of glasses. These are really the only ones I have that are up to prescription. This is an old prescription, taking them just in case something happens to these. I don't know if I want a case in here or not. I've debated on whether to put this hard case in here when we get there, just because when I'm on a ride, I slip my glasses off and put them in here just in case they fall off. I don't want anything to happen. These are lens wipes. Clean my glasses off with if you get wet on a ride. And notice I'm not packing. I'm not a particular packer. I'm not... I don't know. I just put things in here however I can get them to fit, and that's it. These are my extra wet wipes. Things in packages, like this dental tape, I will take this out. When Kevin gets to his bag in a minute, he'll show you the boxes. Don't take anything like that that's bulky. I have some tissues. I will probably have those with Kevin for the plane. Gum, extra gum. I take a notebook with blank paper, and then Kevin has a pen, because every day that we're there, when we get back to the room at night, I will document everything we did from the as far as the rides go. Like, we might ride 10 rides in one day, and I'll forget that we did that. And so I'll get back to the room at night, and I will want to write that down so that we can remember it later. And I plan on making a video of that for you all, and that will help me remember the order that we did things. So it serves a double purpose. I will take a zip-up jacket, and I might wear that around my waist if I don't have it on when I go through security. I'll probably have it on. Makeup. You all know I'm not a big makeup wearer. But in the morning, I will put all of my makeup in here. I have a hair barrette. I have hair twisties. I have like 5 of these. And then I will put my toothbrush in this and have it in here. Nothing special for the toothbrush. One thing about the toothbrush, I take the toothbrush I'm currently using at home, the oldest toothbrush. When I get home, I have a new one waiting for me. I do not use, I'm funny about it traveling. So once I get home, I usually throw it away in the room and don't even bring it back with me. Once it's been through that trip for a week, it doesn't come back home. I have a new one for when I come back home. Disney, you need a hat because of the sun. It will beat down on your head. You don't think you'll get sunburnt, but you will. So I take a hat. The backpack. I don't have enough stuff right now to warrant using this right now, but I will on the way home, because any souvenirs we buy will either go in a bag or in the backpack, and I will use all of this space. I get that this is free space. I don't have to pay for this. I don't have to check this. So right now I'm going to pack it, but on the way home I will have that on my shoulder. The last thing, each person, if for carry-on purposes, each person is allowed to have one bag of liquids, a quart-sized bag of liquids. Everything that is liquid has to fit in here. And that means this is cream that I take my eye makeup off with. This is my Sea Breeze that I use with my cotton balls to take like blush off with. And you see we put it in an extra bag just in case it leaks. This is breath spray. I will put this in my fanny pack and carry it around in the park. Even like breath spray, you would think you would be able to have that loose. You can't. This is my cream for my face at night. Makeup, liquid makeup has to go in the bag. And then this is hairspray. And so this is what I am taking in my bag. And now I'm going to let Kevin show you what he's taking in his bag.
I take all the stuff out of mine because you can pretty much see everything I have. I got the smaller bag of the two. I have shorts for the trip. I have flip-flops on the side because I also don't like to step on the hotel room floor. Socks, underwear, t-shirts. I think I have 4 or 5 t-shirts plus the one I'm going to wear down. This is a good idea to carry. We have snack bags, and I don't have my phone with me, but an iPhone fits perfectly in a snack bag. And if you put the phone in there, you can actually still use the touch screen on it. So if you want to, we worry about, in Florida it rains a lot, even if it's just a really quick, like 10-minute rain, 5 or 10-minute rain, it will drench you for those 5 or 10 minutes, and it'll go away, and it'll be sunny, and you'll steam off all the moisture out of your clothes. So it doesn't last very long usually, but these are really good for keeping your phone dry. And if you really want to, you can leave it in there and use it. I don't recommend leaving them in here all the time because it's going to get hotter. There's no air flow, no air circulation. So, but if it does start raining, take one of these out, stick your phone in there really quick, and go for it then. But remember to take it back out because you don't want it to stay in there all the time. So I just got a handful of the snack bags. We also take just a handful. I probably grab more than we'll ever need, but you can always reuse them. Quart-sized bags, just in case, like our liquids bags, get something spilled on it, you've got an extra to put your liquids back in to come back. Just if you want to, I don't know, grab anything small. If you want to buy a Reese's cup or something like that and you only eat half of one, you want to store the other half. These are good for storing stuff like that. Or if you buy a brownie at a store and you want to store it for the next night, you want to eat half and store the other half for the other night, these are really good. The Disney resorts all come with the the dorm room refrigerators. They're only little bitty things, but they're enough to keep a couple drinks in, and you can keep stuff like chocolate or something like that if you wanted to keep it from melting, or something perishable you can put in a bag. So anyway, I shoved these down on the side. That's pretty much all I'm taking with me. I do have this. Thought I was going to catch it. Deodorant, we use a solid deodorant when we're gone, even though I use it like aerosol, but we'll use a roll-on while we're gone. This is a solid, so you don't have to put it in a bag because it's not a liquid. We take Body Glide. This is really good if you start getting a little chafing, or if you start getting a little irritation, especially if you ride water rides a lot and you start getting the moisture. I'm going to be just gross here. With your legs and your underwear or your shorts or something, rubbing your leg or your shoes, the heel of your shoes or whatever, this is excellent stuff to just take it, rub it on the area that's getting irritated, and it not only soothes, but it helps lubricate that area so you don't have that rubbing on the back. It works really good for your feet. If you get like blisters started on the back of your heels, rub this on the back of your heel before you go, and it'll really help. So you can buy this at Dick's Sporting Goods and probably other places too. Do you want to add something to that?
Well, I want to, actually, I had thought about some other stuff I wanted to say about that, and I forgot we put it with your stuff and not mine, but that's okay. I can talk about it at the end. Or we can talk about it right now. You want to talk about it now?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Get a hand in your camera.
I didn't realize we divided things up between suitcases. So Kevin got stuck with some and I got stuck with some. This Body Glide, little infomercial about it in the middle of our packing video. I did not know about this stuff until I started losing weight. When I was overweight is when I found this. I would get on the treadmill and I would burn my arm would hit this part of my chest, and it would like, what would you call that, chafe?
Yeah, just irritating.
Horrible red
bra.
chafing right here. And then my sports bra under here, where that skin would, it would chafe, it would burn really bad. So we went looking at for something that would soothe that, and that's when we found the Body Glide. And what I would do every day is I would take it and I would rub it here and then rub it here, and it was like a miracle. It just didn't happen anymore. The chafing didn't happen. And then also in the morning, before I would put on my sports bra, I would put it underneath here, and there was no more chafing. So for a bigger men or women too, you can put this right here between your legs, and there's no more chafing. It's just, I had to add that in because this is like a little miracle that a lot of people don't know about. It's $10, but it's $10 well spent. And I have given this to people. I've given it to Andrew. I've told people about it. He loves it. And in the summer, he told me he still uses it in the summer when it's going to be really hot. I actually used it the other night because I had a little itch under my bra strap, and I started scratching, and it felt so good that I started digging even more, and I caused a lot of irritation there. I used this, it immediately went away. But before that chafing starts, if you know that you get an irritation somewhere, use it before it even starts, and then there won't be that excuse that I don't want to work out because it hurts so bad, it burns. Use this, and then you won't have that. So anyway, I had to say that because I've used this for years, and it is expensive, but you can buy it online. I bought it from, I think it's called, drugstore.com is where I bought this before too, and sometimes you can get it cheaper than $10. So anyway, back to Kevin.
He also mentioned the sports bra chafing underneath. The reason it did that though is because she was using a cheap, I won't say what store she bought it at, but it begins with Wall and ends with Mark, sports bra. And if you buy cheap, you're going to get cheap. It actually had, the reason it did that is it actually had, the material was actually folded under and sewn, so that raised lip like you would have in a t-shirt like this, that seam would rub. The new ones she has, the more expensive Nike brands, and do you have an Under Armour?
It's from Dick's.
Just a Nike.
I have
Adidas,
one from from Target too, but it's nicer.
But they're nice. They don't have that seam. So anyway, beyond the point. So anyway, that's my bag. My liquid bag has very little to do with me. Honestly, I've got my contact case too. This one I actually got free when I got my eyes examined, but for new contacts, I only take them out at night anyway when I'm sleeping. So I'll put them in here, and then when I get ready to leave, I'll just throw this in the garbage because I didn't pay anything for that case anyway. So my liquid bag is right here,
and it has more to do than what you admit.
Some of it does. I got a pair of extra contacts, right and left, because my eyes are different for each eye. So I write an R and L on there. I've got mouthwash, which we both use. I've got sunscreen, which I put on my nose, my forehead, and the tops of my big ears, and a little bit on the back of my neck, because if I don't, those are the places I burn. Here, my nose, on my eyebrows, because I guess I got some protruding eyebrows, my eyebrows, and then the back of my neck will get. So I will use this every day before I go out, and it usually lasts all day long. This is the sports kind, ultra sweat proof, so it doesn't sweat off. It's important to get a sweat proof one if you're at Disney because you're going to sweat. So anyway, that's mine. Hand sanitizer, we're actually taking two.
Both of us. We both use that.
We both use this. Every time we eat, we use it.
And that will go in the fanny pack. That's one thing. I will take one of those and put it in the fanny pack, and I don't know if we'll go use a whole bottle or not. But
it's always best to have them. These are Kool-Aid packs. These are the liquid Kool-Aid. We've really never taken the liquid before, but the powdered kind, the reason I kind of want to try the liquid is because the powder tends to sit in that fanny pack and gets bent and squished and bent up, and sometimes they break or it's hard to get them out. These should be interesting, and we picked these icy zeros because they're no calories, so it's just flavoring. And the water, the first time we went to Walt Disney World, the Magic Kingdom, now the other parks are okay, but the Magic Kingdom had a really strong sulfur taste. I mean, it was just horrible water. The second time we went, it wasn't as bad. It was still there. It had a little bit of a taste to it, but it wasn't as bad as the first time. So anyway, if you get free water, all you want, and you get free water, and then you take and squirt a couple of these Kool-Aid. We got blue raspberry and cherry. Put a couple squirts of this in there, stir it up. You're drinking fine. I mean, it tastes perfectly fine.
And we, like he said, the water's free. We will get like maybe one Coke in the park.
Yeah.
The Cokes are expensive.
Yeah, they're like $3 or $4 a piece. So we will get Cokes here and there throughout the day if we really want something just like sugary feeling, even though we get diet, but it still gives you that sugary, bubbly feeling. But for the most part, we just drink water almost all day long. Plus, it's more thirst quenching anyway, honestly. And then we have
bottled water costs.
Yeah, bottled water costs, but if you get a cup water, and they give you these little almost bathroom cup.
But if you say you want a glass of ice water,
yeah, and we usually get 2 cups of ice water. Me and her share it. I mean, we get our own waters. It's fine. Then we got a thing of toothpaste, which I always take them out of the packages because why you need that big box in there? So toothpaste in there, and then I have to have contact solution. And again, these are all trial size. I don't know how much they were, but they're not that much. But take it out, and it's a bigger bottle than I thought. Yeah, it's only 2 fluid ounces. And there's my bag. I won't have anything else.
Is there a certain amount of ounces you have to look for?
The rule is there's a 3-1-1 rule. It's 3 ounces, 1 bag per 1 person. Okay. It's really not 3 ounces. I think it's 3.4 or 3.3. 3.4, I'm pretty sure is what it is. So as long as you don't go over 3.4 ounces per bottle, they know that there's only so many 3.4 ounce bottles you can fit in a bag. So they know how much liquid you're going to have. So that's why they do that. This will be all I have. And what I'll do is I'll zip that all up. I will put this bag in the outside of my suitcase. And that way when I go through security, all I have to do is unzip this, throw this bag up there, take this out and put it in one of the tubs with my shoes, and then I'm ready to go.
So you have to take your liquids out at the airport.
Yeah, they have to be able to see what they're looking at. So that's pretty much all this, and I'll be back in just a minute. I'll show you what I'm actually going to carry on in the backpack. All right, now I wanted to show you what I'm going to put in my backpack. This is actually my personal bag because you can have like a laptop case or something like that. Well, I don't have a laptop case. I have a backpack because I don't carry a full-size laptop. I'll show you what I carry in a minute. I thought about it. I was going to put these in the backpack, the chargers and my mouse for the Surface. I was going to put that in my backpack. There's no reason for me to carry that around with me. I can put it in my bag and it's fine. So what I am going to put in our bag is, of course, all of the Disney paperwork. I've got our airline tickets here. I've got our Magic Express stuff. I've got all of the Disney paperwork all here. Also, and I put that usually in the front pocket where I can get to it. I'll put Tammy's license and debit card and all that good stuff. That'll go in the front pocket where I can get to it. Oh, here's another cable. We've got our Disney Magic Bands. Those I'm also going to put up in the front pocket where I can get to it pretty easily. Although we won't need those until we get to pretty much get to the hotel, but I'm going to put them up there anyway. I've got a flash drive. This one is a 256 gig flash drive that I'm going to take. And we also have an additional 16 gig memory card for the camera. The camera has a 64 gig in there already. I don't think we'll fill it up, but I will carry this. Either Tammy will put it in her fanny pack or I'll stick it in my pocket. And we'll take this with us when we're at the park, just in case we get full up on memory. Can't imagine that happen, but you never know. Just in case, emergency only. So I'm going to keep these just because they're small. I don't want them to get lost in my backpack. I have mints that I'm going to take. These are, just something to suck on while I'm on the airport, in the airplane, that kind of stuff. Just something to suck on. My hat, I've got just a brown UK hat. Tammy's taking a book.
Ashley loaned me that. She bought that at the park last time we were there.
Fairest of All. A Tale
she wants me to look
Queen.
to see, that's what she wants to see if they have any new book for her.
Oh, okay. So I'll carry that in my backpack too, because Tammy will want to read that while we're waiting and while we're on the plane. I'll put the camera in there and cover your lens up because you don't want it to get scratched. And then my electronic device, my laptop is going to be my Surface. Microsoft Surface. This is the Microsoft Surface Pro 2. I think I've done a little bit of a video on there, so maybe Tammy can link in there. I have an iPad, and I have this, and I have a laptop. It's an old Mac, but there's no way I would take that. It's a huge beast. It's almost like a computer instead of just a laptop. The reason I chose to do the Surface wasn't for any other reason beyond this has more storage space on it than my iPad does. The iPad has, I think that one is the 32 gig model. I didn't buy the super 64 gig one. This is just a 32. I'm pretty sure it's a 32 gig. So you figure if I've got a 64 gig memory card in the camera and I've only got 32 gigs total on the iPad, by the time you get done copying stuff over, then you filled it. I mean, you've well over filled it up. So what we do is we back up the camera every night. When we get back to the hotel room, we will actually take every picture of that camera and put it onto a backup of some kind. That's why I have the 256 gig flash drive. That will be backup for pictures and video. And this will also be backup. We also plug our phones in and back those up because we video with our phones. We video with the camera. We take pictures. All that stuff. This Surface also has, if I can pop it out, I don't remember how big it is. That's why I'm pulling it out. It also has a 64 gig flash drive in it too. So, so I should have plenty of storage to back it up. I have taken our iPad before and just basically deleted everything off of it I possibly could, backed up pictures on it, and then that was it. And once we ran out of space, we ran out of space. So this is why I've taken the Surface. I also have electronic books. I have 2 of them on here, so if I don't want to like one, I can read the other one. So I've got ebooks on my tablet I can read while Tammy's reading her book. We can play a game together. If we want to play a game against each other, we can play, I don't know, Scrabble or something like that. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be carrying into the airport, and I think that's it. I will also, forgot to mention, I will be taking a toothbrush too. I just forgot to mention it. I'll take my toothbrush and my glasses and stuff and put it in my luggage when I'm done with them in the morning.